What's up? It's your boy Carcino here, and let's talk about it. Oh, running for your life. Body night, running for your wife. Yikes. You should have slept at home, but you had to blow your dome. It was you that chose you do. You built that maze you can't get through. I tried to help you all I can. Now I can't do nothing for you, man. You jumped out of the jelly into the jam. Now, let's get into it. Let's get into it. Oh, man, I'm still hurting over that Madden game, man. Oh, my goodness. I think because I wasn't wearing my Tom Brady jersey. That game was mine. Oh, man, oh, man. Steaming over it. But Flava Flav from Public Enemy. A lot of you might not have known. I've told people before, but Flav was coming out with an album, a solo album, and when he was coming out with a solo album, this was going to be the start of the new era with Public Enemy. Flava Flav was gonna have a bunch of people featured on there, from Ice Cube, some everybody. Everybody loved Flav. So Flav was just gonna do an album. Then he was gonna have songs that he was gonna do, and Flav had I Can't Do Nothing For You, Man. He had a lot of songs that he had made in advance for the album. Now the beats that they had all laid out for Flav's album and some for the new Public Enemy, Hank Keith and Hank Shockley uh, met up with Ice Cube. Ice Cube basically slept in their office when he got to New York. He just went to New York to work with them. He knew, if I'm gonna make an album and I'm leaving NWA and I'm coming out solo, these are the guys I want to make my beat. And when they did the Burn Hollywood Burn, they knew. That was the first thing he did. He just got there. He wasn't even supposed to be on the song, and they put him on the Burn Hollywood Burn. But those tracks that were made were laid out for Flava Flav, all America's Most. If you listen to the When I Trip, Stumble, Fumble, and Drop the Bomb, I want the bomb. All these songs were meant, and Flava Flav is on the song with Ice Cube, only good for one thing. Was really that beat was for Flava Flav doing exactly what he was doing. But putting Ice Cube with that actually helped enhance it, because he was like, man, this song was so funny, that Flav was doing. Let's put Cube on that record, featuring Flava Flav. Because basically, what ended up happening to why Flav didn't come out with his album is Flav went to jail. I mean, I'm telling you, Flav went to jail for had a domestic case with the baby moms, or whatever. And he was doing drugs, and at the time, many people didn't know Flav was doing drugs, because PE was this, Nation of Islam, no drug type organization, when and Public Enemy was the driving musical force promoting it. So when you had this going on, this was the scenario. So no way are we going to support any type of sabotage, any type of anything going on with the records or the album, Ice Cube didn't steal it. He ain't say, "Oh, let me steal these songs." The beats and everything that they had, they just ended up giving them to Cube, because the Public Enemy next album was kind of in limbo, dealing on what was going to happen with Flav. So Flav said wasn't no thing, but Flava Flav was hard to get in the studio to work with. So on that third album and some of the second album, you know, Flav was just doing Flav. But when he come in, he knock it out the park. I mean, out the park. You talking about one take, get it all in one take and just go? That's Flav. Flav was Flav was the energy. He was the lightning bolt. And that was that, you know. Flava Flav. So Hank is shocked. I mean, Hank Shockley and Keith was like, "Man, we got something here with Cube, because Cube can rhyme." You know, they didn't know how good Ice Cube really could rhyme until they got with him and just said, "Oh, okay, this dude ain't just about no. This dude can really rhyme. Like, he's on the level." And see, Khalid Abdul Muhammad had gotten most of those guys, most of the rappers in the West Coast. You know, these dudes was turning Muslim. Him, MC Ren, and a couple of the other, like, Crips. A lot of the Crips was all going to, like, the Nation of Islam. They were Muslim. They was turning that way. You know, they all their eyes were being opened. And plus Cam was there, Ice Cube cousin. So it was during that era where everybody was coming aware. People was wearing the African leather things around their neck. It became a fashion statement, wearing red, black, and green. I had some pad leather, red, black, and green pants. I don't even know where those was, some cross colors. So y'all don't know that, y'all too young to know about cross colors. Cross colors was these like corduroy pants. I mean, they were the brightest colors in the world. Like, I don't know what kind of dye they used for them clothes, but it was either a bright red, bright anything you got. It was like bright cross color jeans, cross color shirts, and of course, if you didn't have cross colors, you was in trouble. Then it became cross colors, then it came to used. You gotta get some used jeans. If it don't say used, then you ain't doing nothing. You gotta watch. You wear some used and damaged. Man, you got a damaged suit. That's ill. So I had a damaged outfit and I had some damaged jean shorts. My cousin had a lime green damaged suit, and we was out there in down south Alabama looking like complete people that should not be like down there. And we all missed getting shot. That was crazy. Cause we're all sitting there like, okay, hopefully everything goes right. My cousin forgets to tell me. I kind of hear it in the background. You know, my cousin, because he's short, he hates if anybody tells him they question him or card him. You know, he goes through the Napoleon complex to the T. And I come in, they don't ask me nothing. I just walk right in. He tries to come in, they stop him at the door. And I can hear him all while I'm walking in. What you mean? You ain't asked him for no ID? Blah, 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 blah. I hear him already. So when I came back out, you know, I guess the dude he got into it with or whatever, They didn't like it. And somebody shot at him. End up hitting this dude who just walked past. This big guy. Boom! We thought it was like fireworks. And it was like, no, that's somebody shooting. So we start running. Everybody ducking and running. I'm like, what? You know, and we were, the way we were sitting, we were all gone. Somebody shot a shotgun blast with pellets and everything. Hit this dude. All the buckshots went in his back. Every single one went into this dude's back. And he was, I'm hit. Go get Tip. Because Tip was the guy driving. Go get Tip. Tell him I'm hit. Man, he just falling in. Get Tip. Man, Tip passed us on the E-way driving. And he had some pellets all in his back. They just took him out of his back. He was cool, thank God. You know, it could have been worse. But man, that's nuts. Man, we went all off track off that. Let's go back to the music. So anyway, that was the fashion back then. Everybody's in the red, black, and green, cross colors, all of that wonderful things. Now, going through the ordeal back then, it's because it was such a movement. Flava Flav was a little out of it. So going through the album and doing that with Flav and putting Flav on a promotional tour, you know, for the out, that wasn't gonna go well. That wasn't gonna go well. So Hank and Shockley transferred everything over to Cube, you know, while Public Enemy could, you know, readjust themselves. You know, they had a lot going on at the time. They were like the biggest group in the world. You know, so it was like, look, they're the biggest group in the world. They just can't, nothing they do miss. Flava Flav can't even miss. So here we go. They come out, he got 911 as a joke. All these songs that Flav was doing for himself, really, and was gonna make a solo, because he always would have like one solo song on the album. You know, to kind of tease Flava Flav gonna put out an album. And he gonna have a bunch of everybody on it. He had Biz Markie. It was a song with Flav and Biz. And it was called Kicking It with the Biz. And they was ready to go in there and just chop it up and just start going at it, freestyling and just doing some wild stuff. And they ended up making that with Cube. And we never got that Flava Flav, you know, album that we wanted with Hank and Keith doing it. But the beats all on the Once Upon a Time in the Projects beat, Flava Flav song. All those beats were Flava Flav's. And they're going to be on the Public Enemy album. Just didn't happen. Did not happen. So now you know. It's your boy Carcino, man. God bless all of you. Thank you guys who support my page and hit up my Cash App. My Cash App name is Carcino, Carceno. And I will be beating Chris in Madden now. He knows his days are numbered. Because that was my game. And I just basically did something stupid. Tried to go for the touchdown instead of kicking the field goal. Oh, I'm still steaming over that. But hey, it is what it is. Got to take the bitter with the sweet. So, don't forget to hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new. Hit that notification bell. And always, man, always check out that Patreon if you get a chance. Very interesting thing was Cardi B and Offset. That's on the Patreon only for you guys to hear. And we tell you a little bit about Africa and what they've been lying to you about. And we actually show you. I'm out.